Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
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 Hi, good morning.
Good morning. That's the spirit.
Good morning.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Hello,
Welcome to
Farhani,
Britzone.
Zaki. Hello, Britzoners.
Hello. Hi, listeners.
Morning.
Who is playing the song? I like the song.
Yeah, it sounds
Oh
cool.
yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Kak Dewi, Kak Sofia Dewi. You are in every Britzone meeting, ya?
She's everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm everywhere.
Hello, guys. How are you today, guys? Are you
Great.
great?
Not bad.
Oh, really, Miss Dwi?
Yeah.
What are you doing in this morning?
Yeah, I had a previous webinar as well and just moving here.
Wow, that's a busy morning, right?
Yeah, kinda.
But are you already ate something? Are you having breakfast?
Yes, I have my breakfast.
Okay. All right then. Who is he? Hello, Adit.
Hello. Good
Hello.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking, by the way. What about you?
Oh yeah, I'm wonderful today.
Good.
Is this your first time or?
Yeah, this is my first time joining the meeting anyway. But I've heard about, thank you. I've heard about the community for a year, I guess. It's my first time
Wow.
joining. Yeah, from 2020, I guess. Yeah. A friend of mine introduces me to Britzone, so just curious and joined the group, and now I'm here in the meeting.
Finally, yeah. Welcome.
Yeah,
Oh.
finally.
Welcome to Britzone then. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And who is Galaxy A30s? Hello, Galaxy. I think you haven't changed your name yet, yeah. And by the way, we have many. Okay. Wow, thank you for coming, guys. Thank you, Zaki. Are you there, Zaki? How are you?
Oh, yep. Oh, I'm doing good.
Wow, is this your first time too in Britzone?
Yes, this is my first time.
Wow, thank you for coming, Zaki. It's nice to have you here today.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, do you know, this is a fun day class, right? I hope you have a fun day on this Saturday. So we're going to begin now. Let me share my screen to you. Do you see my screen clearly?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
Wow, okay. Let me greet you one more time again. Hello, Britzoners. Welcome to Britzone, and thank you for coming to our fun day class today. All right, my name is Rini, and I will become your MC for today's fun class. So before we start the class, we have several wonderful announcements, and I believe that you don't want to miss it because it's quite important, right? So please listen up carefully and pay attention on your screen. Okay, so for those of you who's not really familiar with Britzone, especially for the new members of Britzone, Britzone is the biggest free English community in Jakarta that is run by so many people who are all volunteers, including our committee and conductors. We provide you guys for free classes so you can learn and practice English without having to pay at all. So we are an open platform focused on English education, and we're here free of charge, so you don't have to worry about such a thing like vocabulary, grammar, or pronunciation because we're here to have fun. Okay. So in Britzone, we have 3 different classes in a week. The first one is Britzone Speaking Academy, which is usually held on Tuesday, start at 7 p.m. And in this class, we discuss everything that relates with public speaking, such as speech, debate, interview, and many interesting topics. As the second one is Britzone Battlement Series, hold on Wednesday, start at 7 o'clock as well. And in this class, we usually discuss the basic skills in English, like listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And the last one is Britzone Fun Day class, which is today. We are going to have fun on every Saturday from 11 o'clock until 1 p.m. In this class, we discuss various fun topics just like what we're going to do now. And as you can see from the screen, these are our special social media accounts. Our main platform is on Instagram, so please kindly follow us on IG at Britzone ID to get more information about our upcoming classes or events. And we also upload interesting contents on our IG. We also have a new platform, is Clubhouse. So you can please join us on BZ English Community. We are also on YouTube. So you can please subscribe to our channel, Britzone English Community, drop likes and comment on our video that we going to upload, and we will have some interesting content as well on YouTube. Okay, as a non-profit organization and of course a free community, we have to find a way to make our source of funding. So we have Britzone merch here to provide you guys with several cool merchandises. We have t-shirts, tote bag, sticker bag, notebook here with and if you want to purchase our or even know more about our product information, please contact us on our Instagram at Britzone merch, or you can reach us on YouTube. On WhatsApp, I mean. And of course, you can scan our QR code here if you want to order our Britzone merchandise. So we are very grateful to be supported by some amazing sponsors. We have Perpustakaan Dikbud, the Library of the Education and Culture Ministry, where we usually run the offline class before the pandemic, but now unfortunately it's no longer usable for the time being because of the pandemic. Hopefully we can come back right after the situation gets better, but you can still sign up to become the member of the library to get the access for some amazing book sources. And also you can follow them on at Perpustakaan Dikbud to get details information. Last but not least, this is our tradition, taking pictures together. So please don't leave the Zoom after we finish the class because we're going to take some pictures together. And please don't forget to give us some feedback about today's class so we can provide you, improve you with better classes in the future. We will give you the feedback link on our WhatsApp group, so don't leave our WhatsApp group and let the admin remove you after you fill in the feedback form. Okay, that's from me. And is there any? Let me see here. Okay, thank you for your attention, guys. And do you have any comment or any? Do you know what we're going to discuss today? I think I have to ask Fahrani Reza.
Yes.
I know today we're going to talk about grieving. But
Oh, okay. You already full aware what we're going to discuss today.
yeah,
Thank you.
thank
And
you.
what do you think about grieving?
I think grieving deals with the loss of someone, and the emotion after you lost someone. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, that's pretty close. So we're here today to talk about moving forward with grief, okay? So we're here. We have our wonderful conductor is Rama, and we will talk about it, how grief will affect our emotion and feelings. Keeping yourself calm can be a difficult task when you are grieving. However, there are ways to help you regain your life while keeping up the grief alive. So we gonna share our experience and we're going to talk about it with Rama. Hello, Rama. Are you there, Ram? I think.
Hello. Hi,
Okay.
everyone.
Oh,
Hi,
hello.
Hi, Rini.
Yeah.
Hello.
Rini, can you open your camera?
I'm sorry. I haven't used my hijab yet. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I really do sorry, but I will open it again tonight.
Yeah, take your time.
Okay, Rama, the screen is yours now. Welcome.
Okay, thank you so much, Rini. Hi, everyone. I hope that everybody is doing okay. Everybody is doing all right. Everybody is healthy. First of all, I really hope that I can see all of your faces today. So please, if you can, do open your camera, okay?
Sure.
So, okay, I know that this is supposed to be Saturday Fun Day class, and yet we are talking about grief. Some of you might find it very odd that we are talking about grief and a day that is supposed to be fun, but I bring this topic because I believe that grieving can be fun, in a way it can be fun. Okay, so many of you maybe have seen me before because I am a regular here in Saturday class. I'm a part of the team. So thank you so much for everyone for coming today. And I think I also see some of the newcomers here. Quick question, is anybody here for the first time because of the clubhouse? If you are, please raise your hand. if you're here from the clubhouse, you might be able to identify Kak Dian as well. Kak
Our
Dian,
ambassador.
our
Ambassador.
honorary marketing lead of Britzone. Okay, we have Kak Gilang here. Hello, Kak Gilang. Kak Gilang, are you there?
Halo, Gilang.
Okay, maybe Kak Gilang is not available right now, but okay. Let's just carry on to our materials, okay, because we don't have a lot of time here in Saturday class. So, where do I start? I'm just going to share the screen.
Orang dari luarnya saja, ingat, gudang garam isinya rokok.
Hello, Ram. You're muted, actually.
Okay, so moving forward with grief. And so yeah, we are going to talk about moving forward with grief. Not moving on from grief, but we look forward we move forward with grief. Okay. So just a little bit of disclaimer. For today's class, since we're talking about grief, maybe some of you would expect us to be here and share each one of our experiences with grief. However, I do think that's kind of insensitive for people who who hasn't healed fully, from their experience. So for everyone, feel free to share your experience. But if you are not ready, just don't tell us. Feel free to not tell us. But instead, you can share with us how you feel right now and what activities do you do to help you carry on with your life. Okay. So that's that of the disclaimer. And I also put the superhero graphic here because I do think from my personal experience, the people, my loved ones who have passed, they are my superheroes. So I have lost a couple of my superheroes. The first one is my uti. My uti is my grandma. And the thing about my grandma is that it still bums me how well she passed away when I was 16 or 17. Yet in my 17 years of existence back then, I never had a single picture with her. Even though I visited her like every month, yet we never took a picture together, like just the two of us. So it really bums me up until now. So okay, my grandma, I call her Uti, is she still is the only grandma figure that I have in my life, because my other grandma from my maternal family, she passed away before I was even born, so I didn't get the chance to know even a single bit about her. So she basically helped to raise me, my Uti. And the thing about my Uti is that she was a teacher in an elementary school. In fact, she was also a headmaster in that elementary school in Bogor. So my grandma, she is okay. Disclaimer: I also try not to cry while talking about my grandma. It's hard, but I try. Okay. What I remember the most about my grandma is how she was loved by her community, like her neighbors. She was the oldest in her neighborhood. She lived with my grandpa, my akung, and she was like the queen bee of that neighborhood. Like I remember when I was a kid, we would visit her like every month, and my grandma would host like a senam bersama session right in front of her house. And she would provide the warm teas, the speakers, the music. So that's what I really love about her, just how influential she was in her community. And I also remember, so my Uti, she has this giant like lemari in her house full of trophies, and so she kept all of her trophies, all of my grandfather's trophies, my father's trophies, as well as his brothers. So when you walk into the house, you see a big bunch of trophies, and that really motivates me to do so. Now I measure success with trophies. That's just something that I subconsciously adopt from her. So as I mentioned before, she was a headmaster and also a student in an elementary school in Bogor. So she passed away when she was in 2016. She passed away in 2016. And I remember like months before she passed. So she was sick. She was sick for a month. And I remember one moment she was in a coma. I think she was in a coma. I wasn't really sure what her condition was. And I remember it vividly. So just one morning, a bunch of people came to our house. A bunch of like people in late 30s, in their 40s came to our house, and I didn't know who they were, you know. And when I asked my dad who these strangers are, he said that they are Uti's students. So the people who have graduated like 20, 30 years ago, they came to our house, and and um I heard a lot of them talk about how great of a teacher my Uti was, and how she always teaches with kindness and compassion. So that's something that I also adopt in my life. So that's all about my Uti. I still visit her grave once in a while when her grave is in Bogor. So I still visit her when I visited Bogor as well. And that's it. That's about my Uti. And also, this is my other superhero. Her name was Chesley Christ. Chesley was she was Miss USA in 2019. She was also a lawyer, an attorney. She is an accomplished speaker, an ambassador for many organizations. So not many of you know, but I competed in two pageants. Contests, pageants. One was looking for a campus ambassador for my university, and second one is the tourism ambassador for my city. And Chesley was a big part of why I joined the pageant, because I look up to her so much. She is, how do you say it? She won Miss USA, and before she won, not many people take her as their favorite, because she was not the prettiest of the bunch, but she can speak. She speaks really well. She is very smart, and that's why I can relate so much to her. Not that I'm saying I'm very smart, but I'm not the prettiest of the bunch as well in my class, in my pageants, but I am confident in myself because I know that I can speak. I know that I joined the pageant for a purpose, and that's what I really like about Chesley. Chesley taught me that as an ambassador, you can be fun. You can be fun, you can be smart at the same time while you're wearing the sash. Because many people still think that when you're wearing a sash across your chest, you have to act like stiff, you have to act like very formal and everything. And you see me right now, I'm not very formal, right? I try to be very fun in my everyday life, and that's thanks to Chesley for bringing my confidence. And she passed away on January 30 this year. So it was not very long ago. And it's very interesting how my Uti and Chesley are very different, yet they leave such a similar feeling to me when they left. You know, my grandma, of course, I met her. She raised me. Yet I have never even met Chesley. You know, and Chesley doesn't even know that I exist. You know, Chesley didn't even know that I existed. And it's very strange yet very interesting how those two leave a very deep mark on me when they left. Um, and that's it. Grief sometimes can be funny. They can be interesting. They're not always sad. You know, that's the thing about grief. So, okay, let's move on.
Every single one of us in this room and everyone watching this.
Okay, so can you hear this video that I played previously?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So everyone, please listen to this TED Talk. So while I am making these materials, I found two episodes of TED Talks that I find very interesting about grieving. And two of them are delivered by women and their experience with grief. And this one is very moving. Let's just hear what she said.
Every single one of us in this room and everyone watching this online and me, guess what? We're all gonna. We have no choice about that. We have no choice about that. But guess what? We do have a choice about how we talk about those who have died, the language we use. So let me ask you this. When you die, do you want to be forgotten? Do you want people to tell your loved ones, hey, get over it, get over her, get over him, move on, stop talking about that? Or do you want the people who love you to use that love to create a life for themselves filled with joy and purpose and meaning? Isn't that what you deserve? Isn't that what we all deserve? My wish for everyone here today, for each one of us, that when our time is up, the people who love us never move on. The people who love us, they tell our story. Because here's the truth. If we move on and let go of and get rid of the people that we love who have died, if we do that, then guess what? They really are gone. They're gone. They're just gone forever. But if we tell each other's stories, and if we use that love to create more love and to multiply each other's worlds, if we can do that, then nobody ever really dies.
Okay, that's a TED Talk delivered by Kelly Lynn. She is also a grief survivor. She lost her husband many years ago. And I find it very interesting that she said to not move on and continue to tell the story of our loved ones. Because if we continue to tell the story of our loved ones, then other people will be able to know them and honor their lives as well. Then, as she said, nobody ever really dies. And that's the reason why previously I talked about my Uti and also Chesley, because their life is so precious and they're very impactful for me. And I just don't want them to be gone. And even until like years after my Uti passed away, our family still talk about her. Like we will still talk about when we go to a restaurant, like a baso stall in Bogor that she really loved. My family would say, oh Uti pasti suka banget kalau misalkan diajak ke sini. And and then the other example is even after months of Chesley passing, there's still a lot of conversations going on in the pageant community about her, and how her energy lighten up the room whenever she gone, you know. So that's really meaningful to talk about the people who have gone. Okay, so before I'm going to talk about the next one, I want to ask our audiences here today, who here has experienced grief? Anyone? Please raise your hand. Anyone? Has anyone has experienced grief, like the death of a loved one? Anyone? Okay, so we have a bunch of people who have experienced grief. How about the others? Have you not experienced grief? Well, I'm happy for you if you have never experienced grief. So okay, I feel glad that many maybe can relate to the feeling of grief. Oh my God. Okay. I was about to ask what is the difference between grief and mourning, but I think all of you have seen the next slide. But I just want to quickly ask, who will I choose? We have Kak Rinika. Halo Kak Rinika.
Hi.
Wait, what is Kak Rinika? Kak Rinika, do you know what's the difference between grief and mourning? Hello, Kak Rinika. Okay, I think she's not available. How about Kak Intan? Kak Intan Dwi Lestari? Wait, she's gone. We can only see her chair. Hi, Kak Intan. Okay. Kak Intan.
Hi, Rama.
What do you think is the difference between grieving and mourning?
Okay. In my opinion, I think grief kind of feeling or something that we experience the loss, our loved ones, and it's continue, and I don't know, it just never can't never heal. I don't know. It's just it's the feeling. But mourning, it's like sobbing or terisak-isak, but I think both are same. It's just for me, in my opinion, grief cannot be healed, but mourning is like masa berkabung kali ya, something like that. So they say 6 months, or well, it depends, but mourning, I believe it can heal, but grief maybe not.
Okay.
Again, depends on everyone's.
Depends on everyone. Thank you so much, Kak Intan. Thank you for sharing your opinion. Okay. Does anyone want to share their opinion about the difference between grieving and mourning? Anyone? Okay, I think I'm just gonna call Kak Listra. Hi, Kak Listra.
Hi, Kak Rama.
Okay, Kak Listra. What do you think about grieving and mourning? What's the difference?
Okay, I'll try. As far as I know, mourning is like in bahasa mengeluh. Correct me if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
And then, so in my opinion, we can mourn in our daily activities, not because we lost our loved ones. So it's like an action that we do, maybe from our how we talk about or how we respond the situation, but the grief is more like a feeling that occur in our soul, and then it may make us sad, stressed, or down. But the thing is, sometimes when we mourn, we don't have any idea how to stand up. But grief is like an emotion that occur in ourselves. I think that's all from me, Karama.
Okay, thank you so much, Kalisra. Maybe we can give it up for Kalisra. Thank you so much, Kalisra, for sharing your opinion.
Thank you,
Welcome,
I
Kak.
also saw Kak Novi Nasmi.
Ya, Kak.
Okay, I saw you raised your hand previously. You want to share your opinion?
Actually, it's quite similar with Listra, yeah, before.
Okay.
I think grief is related with a feeling of losing someone, or not only a person. Yeah, maybe someone can feel grieving. Maybe if they lost like a pet, or yeah, it can be anyone or anything. And it related with feeling, the feeling of losing, of any kind of sadness or memories, or every feeling. See, for me, like maybe there is a guilty, or there is anger or something like that. But mourning something related with, we want to express it in others people's, or someone, or maybe going to the therapist or something like that. So yeah, grieving is
Very good. Thank you, Kanovi.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Maybe we can give it up for Kanovi also. Okay. So the difference between grief and mourning. So that was correct, actually. Grief is the thoughts and the feelings that accompany a loss. So it's a natural state of mind when you lost someone or something that means a lot to you. Meanwhile, mourning is how that feeling of grief are shown to the public. So when you mourn, you can cry, you can scream, you might feel like you want to punch somebody in the face. That's just how mourning looks, okay? While grief is something internal in our heart. And as Kak Novi said, it can consist of guilt as well. There's just a bunch of feelings that accompany a loss. And all of them combined can be described as grief. So I just wanna mention that grief is natural. As I said, grief is something that you experience right after you lost something or someone. So it's very natural. There's no need to deny that feeling. And then grief is messy. Grief is messy because, as I said, there's just a bunch of different emotions that you feel. You might feel like you wanna cry. You might feel like you wanna. You feel confused. You feel guilt as well. So there's just a bunch of emotions that makes it very messy. And I think knowing that grief is messy has helped me to experience grief better, because then I wouldn't constantly ask myself, what am I feeling? What am I feeling? I'm feeling grief. I'm grieving. Just a bunch of emotions that you can feel even in the same breath. Like when you're even in the same breath, you can feel a lot of things. And then grief is not meant to be compared. So everybody fights different battles of grief. So there's really no reason for us to compare. Lu mah enak. Kalau gue, that's very unnecessary because everybody fights a different case of grief. You know, it different experience with them, different stories. So everything is just very personal. Everything is personal. The way I grieve my Uti and the way I grieve Chesley are very different. You know, with Chesley, it feels like losing someone that I look up to very much. It's very sad how I will never ever watch her newest Instagram story. So it's very different with how I grieve my Uti, and it's very okay. And then grief is a journey, and it is not a linear journey. So there will be times when you feel okay, you feel like you have accepted your grief, and then the next day you will cry like crazy, you know, and then you will go back to your stable emotions, and then this and that and that. So it's a non-linear journey, and it's okay, because progress in every adventure that you have, be it in your fitness routine, be it in the grieving, it is never linear. And then grieving is necessary because when you grieve, you allow yourself to feel the loss. When you allow yourself to feel the loss, you will re-empty that emotion of on the heart, so that you can accept another emotions that comes in your life after that loss, you know. So these are the 5 stages of grief. Just a quick disclaimer that these are not the set stages of grief. There is no the first step is denial and then anger. No, you might. So these are the guidelines to make it easy for everyone to see how grief looks like. But you can go to the denial phase, and then you can go to the bargaining phase, and then you can go to the anger and depression and acceptance, and then you can go anger again. So it is not in an order. It is not the order. So the first one is denial, where you feel just denying that loss and pretend like nothing happened, and then you go to the anger phase, where you constantly asking yourself, how will this happen, and then go to that angry space, and that bargaining, what if stages. I feel like everyone who has experienced grief, they have asked these questions a lot. What if I could have done this? What if I came to my to the hospital when Uti took her last breath, you know, because I wasn't there when she passed. So that I think about a lot. What if? And then you can go to the depression stage, where you are too sad, when you feel numb to even feel the little things. You know, you cannot relate to everybody laughing at those receh jokes, because you feel just very numb inside. And then the final stage is acceptance, where you understand what happened, and yet you decide to carry on. So that's the 5 stages of grief. And moving on, so this is actually the ways that I propose for us to deal with our grief. So there's these healthy ways, and there are the unhealthy ways. So I just want to go to the unhealthy way first. So the unhealthy way of grieving, most of them are only quick fix. They the key word here is to avoid that emotion. I think all of us who has grieved who experience with grief maybe once or twice have gone into this stage as well, to avoid that painful emotion, just only for a temporary, even if we know that these are not healthy and these are only temporary, just a distraction, but you go there anyway. And then there's the healthy way. The healthy way of grieving. It can be hard, it can be uncomfortable, because grief is always uncomfortable, but it is a journey, as I said before, and it's self-soothing. So it helps you heal, not avoid the pain. So these are the healthy ways that we can do. So the first one is acknowledge the pain. Oh yeah, I'm feeling sad because Uti passed away. Oh yeah, why I feel sad? Because she plays a huge role in my life. I met her almost all of my birthdays. So I never had a birthday party every year, but I go to Uti's house. So I always spend my birthday in her house. Okay, I feel terrible because Uti will not be there when I graduate. So just acknowledge that pain and then accept that pain. Oh yeah, Uti has passed. Okay, I accept it. There's no guilt, there's no regret whatsoever, because I know that she's in the better place. And then cry. Cry is very fun. It's actually my favorite activity. I am a crier. Is anybody is a crier as well? Is anyone cry easily?
Me.
Kaintan. Karini. Okay, we are a crier team. We also have Kadela. Okay. We know that okay, crying is fun, right? Does anybody has their experience with crying as well? Do you cry easily? How about
Yes, I am.
Yeah, Kak Dwi. Do
Yes.
you want to share your experience with about crying? What usually
Yeah.
do you cry about?
Yeah. Actually, I'm kind of melancholy person, and sometimes I hate about it because it's so easy for me to cry, even just like seeing a child in the middle of night without her mother. I just can't crying just because of it.
I know it's very weird, right? We would see
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
some
Sometimes.
insignificant stuff, and then we would cry, just so random. Do you cry often, Kak? Do you cry oftenly?
If I following my desire or something like that, it will. But sometimes I holding it inside myself, so I'm not too often to cry.
Okay, good to know. Okay, thank you, Kak Dwi, for sharing. Does anyone have any experience with crying? We have Kak Dela. Dela, what is your experience
Halo Rama.
with crying?
I'm a person who I think I am same person with Kak Dwi, melancholic person, because I'm easy to cry even though like when I watch a movie or watch a short video on TikTok, like clip of key drama that it's like slice of life that relate to me and it makes me cry, some kind of that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then yeah, when I have a bad day, I feel like I have negative emotion, I cry. I cry to, like coping with my emotion.
Yeah.
So that's my experience.
Okay, thank you, Dela, for sharing. Yeah,
Sure.
we cry because it's fun. In a way, it's fun to release that tension, because we hold on to so many stuff in our heart, right? We grieve from someone we love. We have this burden from our job. We have this burden from our social standard or whatever. just cry to release that tension. Crying is a therapeutic activities, and that's my advice for anyone who has a hard time expressing their emotions from grief. Just try to cry, okay? And the other therapeutic activities that you can do can be sport, can be doing the course. I love doing the dishes so much, not so much actually. I find peace when I nyuci piring because it's just, and when I clean my room, you know, it's just a part of how I heal myself in a way, you know. So you can try other therapeutic activities, and then you can try take care of your physical well-beings by eating right, eating in a healthy portion. You can take a good sleep, and then limit your exposure to graphic stories. When Chesley had just passed, so there was a picture going around the internet where you can see where the police found her body, you know, and it's very uncomfortable for me. So I try to limit. I try to just close my social media whenever I see that picture because I know that it's uncomfortable and I don't want to go through that mourning phase again, you know. And then take a brief rest to relax, and then engage in fun activities like this class that we have today. Engage in social activities because it's nice to gather around people. Of course, you want to take a rest, you want to isolate yourself when you're sad, but it won't hurt to meet new people like we are doing today. And then communicate with support system. I believe it's very important to have that support system. It can be your friends, your family, who's gone through the same grief. And then turn to spirituality and or religion, and get help from professionals if needed. Go to therapy. It's fun. And then these are the unhealthy ways of dealing with grief or just your emotions, basically. So the first one is emotional eating and overworking, keeping yourself busy. These are very interesting, actually. Keeping ourselves busy because we want to avoid that feeling of pain, because we don't want to feel that pain. So we just go around and do other stuff, you know. And keep our life busy, and then focusing only on the needs of our loved ones. For example, when Uti passed, so the unhealthy unhealthy examples is oh, I'm just going to always ask my mom and my dad, what do you need? Do you need me to do something? And keep myself busy with filling their glass, and then left my glass empty. That's very harmful to ourselves. And then constantly saying I'm fine, being in that denial stage, cutting yourself off from the world, and then projecting your emotion to others, getting angry to other people for no reason. It's not fun, first of all, and it's not fair, okay? So don't do that. Okay. Okay, this is very interesting. So I talked about support system previously, right? So I want to ask anyone, does any of you have that support system to assist you while you are in grieving mode? Anyone? Anyone? Kak Novi,
Yes.
would you like to share your experience?
Yeah, about the support system. Actually, I have an experience about grieving with when my cat passed away. Actually, I'm not a kind of person who love an animal, but
Okay.
apparently this cat come into our house and then we just feeding him, but yeah, playing around and everything. I don't think that I can be that sad at the moment when I saw his body, and I felt very broken with no reason actually. And then I told my friends, they know me very well, and then one of them is actually have loving a cat person lah. So
Okay.
I share with them, and then they just because they know me very well, and then they know how to handle quote and quote handle someone with grieving. They just took me a space, and then told me that if I need a space, or I need to have a time to processing all of the feeling, and then they said that they'll be there. So at the time, for the first moment, I felt like numb, like what you said before. So I don't know how to feel, and I don't know how to express this feeling, and I was very confused. And then they teach me like one by one, like one expression they've mentioned, like if you feel like you said, if you feel like you are guilty, and then if you feel like, I don't know, they just came out with a list, and then I try to recognize which one the most feeling that affected to me. And then yeah, they just accompany me, and then patiently sit with me, and then hear my stories and everything. So I don't say that I already forget about this cat, but actually I can pass the moment of those grieving.
The mourning stage ya Kak?
Yeah. And I think it's very quite apa ya, a nice attachment from them sih. So yes, having a support system is a very important, and then knowing which one your best support system is very good also. So,
Yeah, I know. It's very helpful, yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Kanovi, for sharing your experience.
Yeah, thank you
Support
for
system.
letting
Do
me
you
share.
feel in contact with them, with your friends?
Yeah. Actually, we have a regular meeting, quote unquote, yeah. Like if you don't have an online meeting, we can meet in person. Like we just checking up our own condition and update it, something like that. So it's very healthy. Not only talking about sadness moment, or I don't know, all those negative emotion, but we can share about the happy one, and yeah, just updating and checking on.
Okay, thank you, Kanovi, for sharing. And then we have Kak Jelis. Kak Jelis, hi. Do you want to share your experience with your support system?
Yeah, when I lost my lovely my lovely dad, and I glad I have a friend to sharing what I feel, and she listened for me, yeah, and she said to doing something new or something, yeah. she is good person. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still in contact with her?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, great to know. Thank you so much, Kak Jelis, for sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I also saw Kak Fahrani and Kak Adit. I think I will go to Kak Fahrani first. Kak Fahrani.
Yeah, I do have a support system.
Okay, would you tell us?
Okay, of course. I have some group of friends, and I have this one specific friend from high school, and it deals with when someone's sad or in grief. So what we do is we chat in our group chat. Hey, I'm feeling sad. Can I come over to your place? So yeah, we come over, and then we do takeout delivery, and then we have this session where we talk. And yeah, I love them so much. The group of friends from high school.
So there. Also, you're still in contact with her, with them.
Yeah, I'm still
Okay.
contact with them.
How many people? How many people, Kak?
Like 5, including me.
Also, it's a gang, yeah.
Well, sort of.
A high school gang.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool to know. Thank you so much, Kak Fahrani, for sharing. I also saw Kak Adit. Hi, Kak Adit.
Hello.
Okay, Kak Adit. Would you like to tell us about your support system?
Yeah, sure. I've got a few, to be honest. I've got around 3. Well, the first one is a group I've got from high school. We were high school friends. We are 3 people, and it started as a motorcycle group, and then it evolves in some kind of way to as a place to share stories, to share when you're grieving or when you having a hard time. You can just tell your stories. You can cry in front of us, the 3 of us, and we won't judge anything at all. Like, you can just let all the emotions out. And the second one is an online friend I met a few years ago in 2017. She was in Kalimantan, and we've been close for 5 years now, 4 to 5 years. And yeah, she did the same as well. She supports me. She will listen to anything I share to her. Even though I just want to go, gue telepon dong, gue mau nangis gitu. Yeah, she just listens to every single thing I said. And the last one is my girlfriend. She is really supportive, and she doesn't judge at all. Like what I've said in the chat before, like I cry every 2 months. That's a good step because she tells me, kamu boleh nangis, you can cry whenever you want. It's normal. It's a natural response to grief and pain and everything else. So I feel better now for crying instead of, waduh, gue nggak boleh nangis nih, like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my story.
Okay. Thank you, Kak Adit, for sharing your story. Okay, we have Kak Rini here and her cat. Always her cat always invades our Saturday class. And take that spotlight from me. Okay, thank you so much, Kak Adit, for sharing. It's very important to find someone who doesn't judge you for the grief that you feel, that you experience, right? Some people, if you may not, some people may judge you for crying, like, ya lah, masalah lu cuma segitu, kenapa nangis sih? But when you find someone who does not judge you, it feels like it's like a safe space, so you can release that emotion, that tension that you've been hiding from work, from your family, or anyone. Okay. And it's I find it very, so I'm very lucky to have a support system as well. Oh, I just checked this chat box, and apparently y'all have some big conversation about boys who cry. Okay, I'm a crier. So this is my support system. She is my close friend. Her name is April. I met her when I lived in Jatinangor for my undergraduate study. Her name is April, and so we were in the same organization. I happened to work with her, and then we happened to share a lot of similar stories about grief and how we love to cry. So we love to cry. It's very, very interesting. So how do I say it? So this the picture on the right is our ideal kind of date. So she will text me, Rama, can you let's grab some dinner, and we'll grab either dinner or lunch. We would go to the nearest warung in from our kosan, from our dorm, and then we would have lunch. We would have nasi liwet. We would eat pecel lele, like just casual, normal lunch or dinner. And then we will check our phone like she was doing right then, and then she would light up her cigarette, and then a story come out, and then a story, and then a story, and then we'd cry. That's just our typical date, if you may. It is our habit to cry in public, like in restaurants. After we have lunch, we will cry because we know that we grieve a lot. I was grieving my my uti, and then just a bunch of issues, and then April was grieving her mom. So and it's very strange how we connect to each other. And I will cry when she cries. She would cry when I cry. And it's just a very soothing feeling when you know that you have found someone who understands that level of pain. When you lost somebody who means the world to you, when your world revolves around that person, and you lost them. And up until now, I only have found one person who shared that energy. That is April. I have several close friends, but I only cry with April, so she's quite special. This is my experience with April, and then we got to lessons. So there's always lessons in everything, especially loss. So apparently you can learn a lot from that loss that you experience. I mentioned previously about I found two very amazing TED Talks. So the first one I have shown you, and then the next one is from Nora McNerney. She's also a survivor of grief. She lost her husband, her second pregnancy, and her dad in 1 year. And she's shared about how she coped with pain and how she moved forward with it. And in her talk, she mentioned that grief is not a moment in time. Grief is not a set of time, like only a month or only a week or only a year. You can experience grief your whole life. You bring that grief inside you. You bring it everywhere. Just like how you will remember your loved one, So grief is not a moment in time. You may grieve the moment that you share, and also the moment that you don't get to share. Just like how I grieve, how my uti will not be able to attend my graduation. So that's all. Grief is not a moment in time, and that not all wounds are meant to are meant to heal. I'm sorry. Not all wounds are meant to heal. So you just so instead of wishing that pain, that wound will heal or will go away, you find that strategy to bring your grief, to bring that pain with you and move forward. And then Nora also said that you can be happy and sad, just like what I mentioned previously about how messy grief can be. You can be sad and be happy at the same breath even. So those are what she said about what she learned from grief. And then from my personal experience from grieving, those two superheroes that I mentioned before, so losing them has taught me to walk, breathe, and exist without letting grief keep me down, because I am learning to live with my grief. You know, I'm trying to learn to live, to keep that grief alive, and always tell their stories, because oh my God, I lost my to keep that grief alive and tell the story of my loved ones, because that's one way that's my way that I can do to keep them present. So that's what grief has taught me. And then the other thing is that grief does not only teach me lesson, but it also motivates me. My grief has motivated me to do what my loved one did, pursue their dreams and help others pursue theirs. So I have mentioned previously how my Uti has got a bunch of trophies. She has accomplished a lot in her life, and also Chesley. Chesley also has achieved a lot in her life. In fact, I think she is an overachiever. She is an overachiever. That's why she fell into depression. But anyway, so they motivated me to pursue my dreams, just like how I mentioned. I joined a bunch of competitions, a bunch of pageants, used to actually, and use that strength that they gave me during their life to pursue what I love and to pursue my purpose. So the thing about Uti and I, we both have this love for teaching and sharing. And maybe subconsciously, that's pretty much the reason why I joined Britzone in the first place, because I love spaces like this where we can share our experience with grief, about anything actually, right? In Britzone, you can talk about everything. We can empower ourselves through English. So I think in a way, Uti has given me strength to pursue my dreams and also help others to pursue theirs. I haven't mentioned. So after I joined the campus ambassador for my university, so I have my successor, right? Like the ones that compete after me, representing my faculty, and I help them mentor. I help mentoring them to know what are they competing for, their purpose, and how do they cope if they didn't win. Okay, so I give them a bunch of tips. I did an impromptu photo shoot just to increase their confidence, because competing in a pageant can be very competitive and also can reduce your self-esteem actually. So I did a bunch of stuff to keep them motivated. So that's it. I don't want to brag, but I got first runner up my year. So I got the second place, and then the ones after me, the female got first runner up as well, and then the male was the winner. They were the winner of their competition, and I don't want to say that I'm great mentor, I'm fabulous, but I just maybe I subconsciously do all of that effort to prepare them for that pageant, because I know that Uti has helped a lot of her friends, has impacted a lot of her communities. Because the thing about what I did to my successors, I didn't have the obligation to do what I did. It was not necessary, but I did it anyway. So that's it. And you see, I regularly be the facilitator for Britzone's class. Maybe also subconsciously, also because I'd love to help all Britzoners to be more confident with their English. Obviously, we are not an English course, so we do not teach grammars and stuff, but at least we can help all Britzoners to be more confident in talking in English. So, so basically, Uti and Chesley are the reason why I do what I do. A part of them are a reason why you see this smile on my face right now. They're also a part of the passion that I put into all of the projects that I'm doing, in hope that I can leave an impact on other people's life, just like how they have impacted mine. Thank you. Okay, that's all of my materials. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. This is, oh my God, this was such a long session. But okay, I'm reading all of the responses from all of you. I really appreciate it. I hope that everybody will talk a lot about their grief openly, because it's healthy. So let's get to the forum group discussion, and I'll give the screen back to Rini.
All right, thank you, Rama. It's a long discussion about grief, right? Okay, guys. Okay, so grief is something that we have to deal with at some point, yeah. Although we don't like to think about it, grief is something that is unavoidable. It covers a broad range of experiences. Grief can be felt because of a death or illness, the loss of a friendship or relationship, divorce, moving or switching jobs, losing your faith, and many more. So I can see that grieving is a process that requires acknowledging our feelings, right? It is going to hurt. There's no way to avoid the pain, and ignoring it, it will just make it more worse. The way we feel has a direct impact on our mental and physical health. So I think it is important to acknowledge our feelings instead of burying them away. When you experience a loss, you'll probably feel a whole mess of emotions with no predictability, I guess. You may be feeling anger, sadness, disbelief, fear, devastation, loneliness, and so many other emotions. But whatever comes up, you have to let it go. So guys, thank you for staying here. So we're going to assign you to our breakout rooms to talk more about grief with our best facilitators today. There's Jelis, Sophia, Arif, Hani, Bella, and Anwar. Okay, you're going to talk about it around 30 minutes. Okay, I will open all rooms. See you guys on the main room after 30 minutes.
See you guys. Feel free to open up, okay?
Yeah. feel free to talk about it, guys, and open up your camera. Ram, I think there's no one in the. Oh wait, yeah, there's no one in the main room. You want me to assign you to maybe?
Sure.
Which one do you want?
Maybe you would like to open up about your grief as well to everyone.
No, you don't have to. I don't know what to say about grief. I didn't good at it.
But have you ever experienced grief, Karini?
Maybe yes. Yeah, but alhamdulillah, yeah, my family is. I think you're going to round up. Hi, Rayhan. You still here, Rayhan?
Hey, you signed me to a group. Hey,
No.
answer my question. Answer my question.
I think grief is something that I felt when I lose someone, but it's not my family, I guess. It's a family, but I didn't do well on it, like my father. But he's not bad. He just far away from me, separate live, and so on and so on. And yeah, I think everybody's.
Was it your dad?
Yes, my dad, but it's not unnecessary for me to like.
Yeah. Don't open up if you're not ready, okay?
Yeah, but I think everyone's going to feel a grief, like when you lose someone, maybe in a relationship, yeah, kan?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Okay.
more like I even experience it, and I feel like, oh, damn it, I don't want to be in this stage anymore. So get out of it, go to of your life. Everyone's talking about grief. Even Edith say that he usually cried for every 2 months. Wow. In the chat box that
Yeah, let's review what they've been saying on the chat box, okay?
Yeah, there's a lot of things happen in the chat box.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they were having a discussion on the chat box. I was busy talking about me and myself because I'm so self-centered.
No. Whenever you come up with sub discussions, we're going to answer you on the chat box.
Yeah, okay, Sarah. Yeah, chat. So for everyone on YouTube who's not familiar with Chesley, so Chesley Christ, she was Miss USA, and she passed away recently on January 30, due to suicide. So apparently her mom made a statement that Chesley actually has gone to a stage of depression for a long time, yet she never mentioned about it. She never shown it to anyone, even to her mom, even though she and her mom is very, very close. They have very great close relationship, yet Chesley has never shown that to anyone. So no one really expect Chesley to do what she did. And she made an Instagram post like a few hours before she passed. The caption she wrote, may this day bring you rest and peace. And I remember vividly, so the night before, not the night before, like at 1 a.m. I was still awake, and I checked on my Instagram, just scrolling, and I saw her picture, that particular picture, on my timeline, and I was, and because Chesley always appears very happy successful on her social media. So I didn't see that coming. I saw that picture and I thought, oh, maybe it's just a regular picture that she posts. But apparently that picture was her last message to people right before she was found dead. So that's very sad. I remember I cannot process that feeling for like a month after her death. Okay, why is Kajel is here?
I'm sorry, guys. I want everyone, the rooms one, to talk about grief in here, yeah, in the main room. So Rama, you can maybe hang around with them, yeah. Kajelis, I'm sorry. Hello, Adita Rawinika. You can continue your discussion in here, ya, Kak.
Yeah, sure. Hello, Kajelis. Are you there?
Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, Kajelis. Maybe Kajelis, Rama, Adit, and Rinika, you can continue your discussions about grief because it's a bit lonely in here. It's just me and Rama.
Hello, Kajelis.
Yeah, hello.
What were you guys talking about?
Yeah.
Adit, Rinika.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
What were you guys talking about previously?
We were talking about apa tadi Kak? How to cope with grief, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was talking about that. The way I cope with grief. Like I try to find distractions gitu. Like how do I find things to do to forget about the grief feelings? Like, I know it's kinda unvalidated my feelings, but that's what I do. Like I try to find some music, playing games, watch some movies, just any random kind of YouTube videos to distract myself from the grief feelings, and it kind of helps. Like the feeling will gone in a few days. Like sometimes I grieve for a week straight, and by doing that, it decreases the amount of time for me to get back on my feet again to like 3 days or something. But still, I still feel sad about the loss of them. But just to relieve the feel, just to let the grieving, like the fear, the anxiety, the regrets and stuff, I do those things. Yeah, like that. That's what I was talking with Kak Jelis before. And then I saw the notification just return to main session, so I am here. I'm here now.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing, Kak Adit.
Yeah, you're welcome.
How about Kak Rinika?
About me, I don't know how to start to share the story. I'm like, it's not about me. It's about my it's about my dad. My dad is lost her mom 2 weeks ago when I graduate, and I just saw my dad is very sad, and he's very sorry about me. Is because no one can with me at my graduation. That's why I'm feeling sad about that, and then I just sleep to forget about that I just alone at my graduation.
Okay, so our loved one will not attend both of our graduation, ya, Kak Rinika. That makes the two of us a five. Okay, how do you cope with the feeling, Kak?
Yeah, I feel so sad at the moment, but my daddy feels so sorry about that, and I just try to know how my dad feeling. That's why I said that, oh yeah, it's okay, and I will come with my friends. And I just call my friends, and they are so mad of me because I just I mean like aku telat ngabarin juga ke temanku is because I think I will come with my family. I mean like I don't need my friends. It's time me and my family. And then I'm not calling. No one who's my friend is not there. And then it's because the situation like everyone at my dad, my moms, and my sister have to go to the village to my grandma house. That's why I just alone in my house. That's why I call my friends, and they're so mad at me. It's because ya kok dadakan sih bilangnya gitu. And then yeah, I just feel so sad, and that's why I feel that's why oh, it's better that I sleep. It will be better that I sleep. Then I'm not attending my graduation.
Oh, then you did not attend your own graduation.
Yeah, it's because I'm alone and I don't know. I don't know aku harus datang sama siapa. That's why I sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can imagine how it will be very sad, not only because you have just lost your loved one, but in your graduation you will see normally everybody will be with their families, their entire family came, their parents, and then we have no one to go to that ceremony with. And I can imagine how hurtful that might be.
Yeah, but I know but yeah, aku ya nggak apa-apa. I know, but it's because this situation we can lose everyone at any time. That's why it's okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Anyone, can you open your camera? It's only Kak Jelis and me here. I can only see Kak Jelis's face. We also have Kak Raihan. Hello, Kak Raihan.
Hi. I'm sorry everyone. Because actually I don't know. There's maybe a problem with my internet or something with my Zoom. So I got kicked out. Could you help me to assign me?
Do you remember who was your facilitator?
I don't know.
Oh,
you can stay with us in the main room.
Yeah. Do you want to stay with us?
What will we discuss if I stay here?
Well, we can discuss about a lot of stuff regarding grief. So as I mentioned previously, so I will not force any of you to tell the story of losing your loved one, but instead I will want to learn from you how do you cope with that grief? How do you cope from that feeling? Okay, so it's cool if you want to share your story, because sharing your story, I believe, is also a part of healing. But if you're not ready to share about anything, it's cool as well. Okay.
I see.
Yeah. Have you experienced grief before, Kak Raihan?
Yeah, of course, because I'm a human too. So
yeah, all of us are human, right?
I know that.
Yeah. So, would you tell us how do you cope with grief? What activities do you do?
Okay. But before I explain about my experience, I think I should disclaim first that this feeling or my experience about grief is not about someone that I really love or something that something that's really meaningful. But actually it kind of something that I really want to have. Jadi kayak it's actually my dream or it's my target, it's my goal in let's say apa namanya in my college gitu-gitu sih. So it's not about someone, it's not about apa namanya people around me.
Yeah.
And I tried so many things at a time. I spend a lot of money. I spend a lot of time to learn to understand about the problem in my about my dream and about my goals. But yeah, I didn't get it. So yeah, it's actually it's not a grief. Maybe it's kind of giving up feeling. Yeah.
No, it's still grief as well. Grief can be caused by many stuff actually. Not only the loss of our loved ones, but also the loss of our dreams, right?
Yeah.
Maybe yeah. Then how do you deal with it?
Pre-planning sih kalau dari Re. I mean, I try to understand that actually not all of our plans are going to be well gitu sih. Kayak all going to be perfectly execute. So we must understand that one day we also have to replan our plan, and yeah, that's something that I do. But the hardest part is actually cope with the feeling, right? It's not about your how to replan or make your new plan gitu sih. The hardest part to actually just how to cope with the feeling, and how do I cope with the feeling? Actually, I love writing. I love reading, and also sometimes I tell random person like I don't know who he is or who she is. Like we just the first met, or some strangers that apa namanya I met when I go to home gitu-gitu, and I randomly talk to him or talk to her and tell my story and tell my tell my experience about my fail and etc. Then yeah, it makes me better sih. Tapi actually it not always succeed kalau untuk yang sharing sama ini ya, sama orang, karena kan personality orang beda-beda. Nah, my main solution just those two, reading and writing. Kayak reading this poem, reading this book, or reading this motivational book, or reading another story gitu-gitu.
Also, you find reading to be therapeutic as well ya, Kak?
Yeah, of course. One of the most memorable reading moment when I was in Semarang. At that time, I tried to be. I really want to be part of XL Asiata Future Reader. Do you know that?
I'm sorry, what? Can you repeat?
XL Asiata Future Reader, XLFL.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty huge.
Yeah, and at the time, in 2019 maybe, I forgot that. In 2019, and if I'm not mistaken, actually that's the it could be the last stage of the selection process. So from the 30,000 maybe, yeah, from 30,000 students around Indonesia, they're just about a thousand yang tersisa gitu. Dan apa namanya itu kan the last stage ya. So kayak I really want kayak okay, this is the last stage that I should pass, then I will be part of Excel Sheet Reader, because I don't need better environment, especially that can push me to get more experience in professional life, like internship or apa namanya workshop, apa namanya ya, project and etc. gitu. Nah, at the time I did my best in my opinion, because I spend a lot of time to learn about how the selection will be held gitu. Terus what is the main parameter of assessmentnya, dan kemudian kayak what will we discuss inside the selection process, karena kan the process it's so long because there are 7 stages of selection. Dan waktu itu kalau nggak salah in forum group discussion, and most of XL future leader awardees use English, of course. And at the time I was not, I'm not good now, but I think I'm slightly better than at the time. Dan waktu itu tuh bener-bener kayak bahasa Inggris is my main problem really, because kayak udah, I just understand what people say, but I don't know what should I say and how to express my opinion, how to propose my idea to people around me. Then I just inform group discussion at the time. I just listen to everyone and just say yes or no or okay, I agree, gitu-gitu doang sih. Kayak I have no nggak ada cara lah gimana buat keluar dari situ. Nah terus from that moment kayak okay, of course I spend a lot of money go to from when from Jakarta to Semarang, karena waktu itu tesnya di Semarang. Terus and also I have so many burden on my shoulder not because of people around me, but because this is my dream and I really want to be part of this gitu. Terus waktu udah from forum group discussion dan done, I went to my hotel, then sleep at 9 p.m. kalau nggak salah. Kayak I saw my email, I got notification, then okay, that's not I'm not waktu itu gagal lah gitu. Nah terus kayak sedih banget jujur, dan kayak ya udahlah, keluar jalan. I decided to go to Simpang 5 waktu itu, and I don't know the distance from my hotel to Simpang 5, it's pretty far. I mean 1.5 kilometer. And kayak ya udahlah, jalan kaki aja gitu. Asik-asik aja gitu. Itu tengah jam 9 jam 10 malam gitu kan. Terus at that time I also try to finish Iman Usman book, Masih Belajar waktu itu judulnya. Bukunya warna pink, dan I remember the page, it was 150 kalau nggak salah. Iman Usman, he is so perfect for me. I mean, like he have anything. I mean, education and also his career on developing perusahaan ruang guru kan, terutama kayak oh my god gitu. Apakah dia pernah ngalamin gagal kayak gitu kan, kayak it's something that I don't even can imagine. So when I read that book, kaget banget because kayak Iman Usman even pernah dilemparin ini loh, botol waktu orasi SMP gitu, orasi ketua OSIS SMP gitu, kayak wow. Dan dia tuh ngasih tahu kalau misal kalau nemu jalan yang gagal kayak gitu, set on your mind that there are 2 ways that you have to choose gitu. Yang pertama, mau lanjut dengan segala konsekuensi usahanya, dan by the time you will be much better, or stop. Dan Iman Usman jelasin waktu itu keputusannya dia waktu SMP buat lanjut, ya udah akhirnya mungkin itu jadi salah satu ini ya, turning point-nya dia. Dan akhirnya
Thank you,
waktu itu
Rehan.
I'm so sorry it's so long.
It's okay, Rehan. Oh yeah, Rama, Kajelis, and everyone. We're having Kak Diki and Hani here to join us from group 4.
Yeah,
Maybe
why are they here?
because in the group 4 it's supposed to be 5 people, but it's only Kak Hani and Kak Diki there. I don't know why.
Come join us. Feel free to
I
join
have
us.
a very deep conversation with Kahani.
Ooh.
What did you talk about?
Yeah, something related to grief and how we can going through that process, and we talk about the support system from your loved ones.
Okay. Okay. Actually, we also have Kak Raffi here. Hello, Kak Raffi. Are you there?
Hello.
Hello, Kak Raffi. Did you listen to the materials previously?
Not completely because I was on my way to home. I in the bus. I was feeling asleep when I was listening. There's some I can say the podcast, but it just coming again. I did many times to come this room, and I just wake up, but I still in the bus to my home. Yeah, I keep going. After I write my home, maybe I can join completely, guys.
Okay. Okay. I just wanna check in on you because you showed up from nowhere. But okay, I'm glad that you're here actually.
No, I start coming to your room. Just it laughing when I was in the office, but I couldn't talk much because I still in the office. And now I'm on my way to home. I still cannot say something to you. I mean, I'm gonna speak after I arrive home.
Okay. Okay. Just focus on getting home first. Thank you, Kak Raffi. Kak Jelis, do you want to say something? How do you cope with grief, Kak?
I think time can heal my grief.
I'm sorry?
I think time can heal my grief.
Okay. So you just trust the time to heal.
No, it's just it's can I do for that, and I realize and time can heal my grief.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. But I just want to encourage all of you to find healthy activities. Okay, just don't overeat, don't overwork yourself, and hoping that oh yeah, I will be healed after this, because I don't think it's gonna work. You're just avoiding the feeling, okay, and avoiding the feeling is not pretty cool. Okay. So wait, let me see this. Okay. So Kak Hani. Hello, Kak Hani. Are you still in the zoo?
Yeah, I'm still in the Zoom.
Where are you right now? Which part of the zoo are you in?
I don't know, mostly that I seen is forest trees. I didn't see animals except monkey.
Okay, cool.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So I just want to ask a question to fill the time. So what have you learned from your grief? Does anyone want to share what have you learned from the grief? I shared previously that my grief has motivated me to do more, to pursue my dreams and help others. What about you all? Kadiki, maybe?
Hello. What? Me? There are two Dickies.
Yay! You muted from
Kadiki Adiatma, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Dicky the young one.
Yeah, maybe it's not only about related grief that lost someone, but grief that you going through your lowest point. I learned so much from that process. I think it it really changed you a lot. I mean, you can grow from grief or your lowest point, because when you going through that process, you're going to have spend time, mostly spend time alone. And when that time I have the opportunity to knowing more about myself, um to know what I want in this life, and to know what my potential is and my weaknesses is. And I think that's the best time for you to growth. I think when you I mean I believe when you have reached that stage of acceptance, you will see that it's just the process of growing. I think it's yeah. I think that's the what I can say about this topic.
Okay, thank you so much, Kadiki, for sharing. So grieving is a part of growing up, ya Kak. That's a very nice point of view.
Oh, we need more time.
We need more time. We need more
Come
time.
on.
We need extra time.
Okay, Kak Rini, you may take over.
Okay, everyone, welcome back. Every time we need more time. Thank you for sharing. Okay, now I think everyone is already in here. Yeah, there's no one in the breakout rooms. Okay, so before we start, I want to each of facilitators choose one representative, and I'm about to give you a question. But I forgot, yeah, Kak Jelis, you didn't choose your representative yet. But I think I have a question for you, for your group actually. How do you cope with grief, Kak Jelis? And you may choose one person in your group before.
Hello. I don't know the group just
In the main room, I guess. The one we talk.
Okay. So
aside from Kadiki and Kahani, I guess.
Okay. Okay. I choose. Do you mind, Adit, to sharing with us?
Hello, Adit. Do you mind?
Hello.
Okay, Adit.
Okay.
Okay. How do you cope with grief?
Well, for me to cope with grief, I usually find a way to distract my mind from the grief itself. For example, I can listen to music or watch movies or just do anything like my hobbies and things to make myself forget about the grief thing. So it's kind of like a distraction. So when I'm grieving, I usually take around a week or something to get back on my feet. And by doing that things, my hobbies and stuff, it will reduce the numbers around from a week to like 3 days or something. But the sadness is still there. My grief is still there, but I tell my stories to my friends and my support systems. So it will feel better even faster. So you can forget the grief, and that's what Kak Rama said before. Like you need a good support system to let your emotions out and stuff. So I think that's about it. That's how I cope with my grief. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Jelis, and thank you, Adit. Oh yeah, I'm pretty agree with you. And the next one is Kak Sofia. Hello, Kak Sofia.
Hello, Kak. Oh,
Hi.
in my group, there are three strong people, and yeah, I just love the discussion with them because
Okay.
they are so strong.
Wow, that's kind of cool. I have a question for you, Kak. The question is, how were you different before and after grief? You can choose one of your representatives from your group.
Okay. Okay, I will choose Kak Zaki. Kak Zaki, I go there. Are you there, Kak Zaki? By the way, he is a newcomer in here.
Wow, hello Kazaki.
Who's the newcomer, Kazaki?
And he is so brave. Do
Hello,
we
hello.
have
I'm sorry. I'm
Kak
sorry.
Zaki? Oh, yes. It's okay. It's okay, Kak. Take your time.
Yeah. What's the
Can you
question?
please share? Yeah. So we're talking about this before and how are you different before and after the grief? So can you please share? Thank you,
Yes.
Kak.
What I felt before. Of course, I deny that actually happened. I just think like, what if, why, or something like that. But after sharing with my family, with my friend, they give me answer that the grief is just a process and we need to step it. And also what we learn from the grief is we must appreciate all we have now, so we don't make the same mistake before. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you Kazaki and thank you Kak Sofia. Thank you for sharing with us. And the next one is, I think, the group Kak Arif. Hello Kak Arif.
Hi, Rini.
Okay, I have a
Okay.
question for you.
Sure, please.
Okay, the question is, how can you count on to help you through your grief?
Okay, so I will pick one of my teammates in the group. I haven't picked them actually. Well,
Okay.
I would love to ask probably Novi, are you ready? Are you ready to share? Okay, so Novi, tell them what do we have, what we had in the discussion group.
Okay, I think the discussion was very interesting because we have different people and then we have literally different way to overcome our own situation and emotion. There is someone who prefer to knowing ourselves and then talk to God first, and then after that talk to parents and the friends. And there is someone who prefer to just making the create something into the masterpiece project about when she want to expressing her emotion. And then it can be not only impacted for her but also for everyone who reach out the writing project. And also there is someone who like me, when the first emotion comes up, I have an intention to just take a break first and then think carefully about what I really feel, and then after that I can reach out someone. And there is someone who still have a difficulty to maybe reaching out friends or others people, but also he can reach out parents. And the most important thing is we all agree that if we have an emotion or a grieving moment, it's okay to reaching out someone, not only friends, parents, or God, but maybe if we need to contact a professional help, it can be very good. So it was a very for me personally, when I heard your story at the group, all the people, I felt like, wow, yeah, we have very different kind of way to overcome the situation. And it was very okay because we considering our own needs. just because we know our self better. So that's all. Thank you everyone, by the way.
Thank you, Novi.
Oh,
Back to
thank you,
Rimi.
Novi. Okay, Kak Arif. Okay, now is Kahani. Kahani, okay, I have a question for your group. What would you say to your loved one that you didn't say while they were around?
Okay, so I will choose Diki as my group representation.
Okay, Kahani. Halo, Kak Diki.
Hi. Yeah. What was the question? Is it about what would you say for your loved
Yeah.
one? Okay. Actually, we already talked about this with Kahani, and my answer was I want to say thank you and sorry. That's the I rarely say that thing to my loved one, which is my family, which is my parents, and I think that's the most important thing for you in your relationship with your loved one, because when you say maybe thank you or sorry, that means that you really care about your relationship with your mother or your father. And maybe when I say thanks is I say thank you and sorry is rarely is very rare in a maybe just like practical time like Idul Fitri or just something particular events or anything. But in a daily life, I rarely say thank you and sorry to my parents. And I think maybe I don't know if it's because my personality or my or culture or anything, but yeah, I think that's the two things that I want to say. Thank you and sorry. That's really the most power thing you want to say. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Kak Diki.
I think about saying sorry and thank you. It's not only your problem, but many of us here, thanks to our Asian DNA, the Asian
Most of
family
us.
tend
I
to
thought I was
be
the only one.
No,
tend to
most of
not
us.
show our feeling to our parents, and our parents also are not used to like saying sorry when they mistakes, right? I think everybody can relate. Not everybody, but maybe most of us can relate.
Yeah,
It's
totally
just
agree.
our problem, our Asian problem. Loh.
Okay, thank you, Kak Diki. And next is Dela's group. Hi, Dela.
Hi, Karini.
Okay, Dela. I have a question for you. It's about what is your favorite memory with your loved one? You can choose one of your representative, Del.
Our group representative is maybe Kak Fahrani. Do you mind to answer MC questions? Hi, Kak
Yeah.
Fahrani.
Hi. So I like to answer my favorite moments with my loved ones. It was with my grandpa. We went to Ragunan, the zoo near here, and I was still in elementary school, and I remember he was very excited about animals, any kinds of animals really. And I remember he took me to the primata section, all with orangutans and all that. And I remember he scared me. He put me really close to the glass that divide us between the animal and myself. And he scared me like, oh, orangutan. Yeah, I mean, that's the best moment ever. I guess that's it.
Wow. Thank you, Farhani, for
Thank you,
sharing with
Farhani.
us. And thank you, Dela. The last one is Kak Anwar. Hello, Kak
Halo,
Anwar.
halo Karini.
Hi. Okay, the question is, what have you learned from grief, Kak Anwar?
All right. In our group, I will choose Kak Dwi Handayani. Kak Dwi, do you mind to answer?
Yeah, of course, Kak Anwar. Okay, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. So we discussed about many things actually, like sweet memories and how to overcome the grief, and also what we've learned Basically, we learn about how to appreciate the presence of the people, because yeah, the time is kind of be repeated. That's why we try to be kind, we try to doing good before all of us gone. Yeah, so the main point is we appreciate the presence about the person and about what we have now. Thank you.
Wow, okay, thank you, Kadi. I totally agree with you. We have to appreciate every moment because we don't know if this is gonna be our last moment. Okay, thank you for sharing with us, guys. And Rama, do you have any closing statement?
Yes, before we close our statement, thank you so much, everyone. Oh my God, I really want to learn more about your stories. Actually, it's very amazing. And it's very interesting that Kak Fahrani said that her grandpa and she bonded through animals, and her best memories with Turagunan, and saw orang utan because our facilitator Kahani is currently in Ragunan, and she mentioned that she was in the what is that?
Monkey.
Monkeys.
Yeah, I think monkey
Monkey
section.
region. So wow, what is this energy that we have in Britzone? Okay. Okay, first of all, I want to say thanks to everyone who have shared their stories. Again, I don't want to force you to tell the stories if you're not comfortable, but it's cool that if you are comfortable with your grief. And I also I'm glad that actually a lot of people here has not experienced grief from losing their loved ones, but in case you do one day, because death is inevitable and we're gonna die anyway, I just want you to remember when you feel grief that we need to remember that a grieving person is going to laugh again and smile again. So they're going to carry on and continue their lives with other emotions other than sadness and sorrow. They're going to move forward, but that does not mean that they have moved on. So that's it, because I just believe that we do not move on from grief. We move forward with grief. We bring that pain, we bring that wounds in our heart into our everyday life, but we expand our heart so that we can absorb many more emotions coming from everyone that we meet along with our lives. So that's it for today. Thank you so much. And please always take care of our loved ones and say thank you, say sorry to our loved one, especially our family, because we love them, just because we love them. That's it.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Rama. Wow. Yeah, Karib, you're right. It's open our mind, our eyes, and our perspective about grief. Okay, thank you everyone for coming. And last but not least is our tradition section, yeah, taking picture together. But Rama, can you help me to take our picture together, because I still have a problem with my laptop and everyone.
Dari mandiri ya.
Don't do
So
it. I don't know.
if you guys recognize, like in every Saturday meeting, I always take the picture. Even if I'm the conductor, but anyway, it's cool. Okay, so everyone, I'm going to take over.
Please open up your camera, guys.
Please open up your camera and give your best smile.
Adit,
Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing with us your stories. Okay, everyone ready? Okay, keep your best smile.
Bentar, Kak Diki. Still.
Okay. Oh my God, everybody's opening their camera.
I love it. Whoa, Kak Dewi is on the way. Okay, Kak Sophie.
Okay.
That's
in
cool.
3,
Okay.
2, 1. Okay. Maybe we want to change our smile, change our pose.
Yeah,
Smile
that's
in 3,
great.
2, 1. Once again in 3, 2, 1. Once again in 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's it. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, guys.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone. Thank you for coming today. Without you guys, it wouldn't be a wonderful class. I hope I could see you guys on the future classes. Please stay safe, wear your mask, and enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Saturday.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you, Rama.
Karama.
Thank
Hey,
you, Britzone.
everyone.
Saturday team.
Don't
Bye.
forget to
Stay
say thank you and
safe.
I love you to your loved ones, okay?
Bye-bye.